There
Okay,
you
there we
are.
go. Yay, hooray. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's training. And I see Paula on here. And good morning, Paula. Paula is a newer agent at the HomeSmart Evergreen Realty office from Northridge. And Paula, I just want to say welcome. It was great talking to you this morning. And my name is Yasmin, Escrow Options. And I sent you an email and just, we anything you need, we're here to help you. We have Christy also there at the office. She comes with many years experience and she's our rock star. Everybody, just so everybody knows, we offer those complimentary seller notar services, net sheets if you need them, wired commissions at close. Those are also complimentary. We just need your broker's permission. If you need any pre-escrow, like preliminary report, we can get those for you. We have escrow officers that speak different languages, and helps out with for a better closing experience. And if you need also, we can provide you with those Altos marketing reports, and those really help when you go out to your listings or you're walking your farm. It's market data of the areas that you farm. So we're here to help you. Welcome, Paula, and I look forward to working with you. And yes, welcome everybody.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Cool deal.
Justin, for giving me the time for your time.
Of course. Thank you guys. Welcome everyone to today's training. Happy Monday. We are talking about Canva and AI today. And before we jump into that, we're going to talk a little bit about ChatGPT because it kind of goes hand in hand with social media, AI, and really one of the biggest questions that I get from agents is just content. Where do I get content from? What content can I post? What's valuable content? So I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of that. Remember, you can always go to eoguniversity.com, eoguniversity.com, click that training schedule, and you'll be able to see the rest of our trainings throughout the end of the year. And I cannot believe we're in December, but we've got one left, Google Business Profile Ads Masterclass. Your Google Business Profile is so critical to your online presence. But what are some other measures that you can take after you've optimized your profile and you just want to drive more traffic? Well, you can promote it so it shows up in the top search when somebody is searching for real estate professionals in their area. So we're going to talk, do a little walkthrough with that. But today we're talking about Canva and some of the new AI features within that Magic Studio. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. Let me copy this and throw it in the chat box. We record all of these trainings, so you can always go back and review them on your own time as well. Let me see if this chat box will pop up. I'm going to post that in there. You guys can go and subscribe to that channel so you don't miss any of our previous trainings. And you can simply search by using this little magnifying glass. And if I just typed in Facebook or whatever it is you are looking to learn more about, anything with that subject or description that you put in there will pop up. Let's see, have we done anything on LinkedIn? We sure have. So you can go in there and search for literally anything that we have actually done trainings on. So you can always go there. But before we jump into Canva's Magic Studio and a lot of the different AI features that you guys can take advantage of, I want to talk to you about how you can create better content or repurpose content. It's okay to repurpose content, whether yours or someone else's. Just make sure you give credit. Full disclosure, okay? Make sure you guys are giving credit to where you are pulling this information. But some really cool ways that you could do that is simply by using ChatGPT. There's still a free version. You can still use this for free. The paid version, you get a few more features. You get to use plugins like Canva and some other stuff. And that is $20 a month for that, but there is still a free version. And let me just make sure everyone is muted real quick. You don't. Cool. There's still the free version that you can use this, and it still works very well. So the biggest question I get is, what content do I post, right? You wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, I know I need to post something. I'm going to check the box. And in 2024, I want you guys to move away from the check the box mentality. especially when it comes to posting on social media or anywhere in your digital ecosystem. Content needs to be a little bit more valuable. Needs to be more bulky, right? Not just some emojis in a line, like just closed, or a couple lines about interest rates, or maybe tips and things like that. You should be doing a little bit more in that caption or any type of post that you're creating. And the reason being is keywords and those captions with those posts, actually, the longer it is, the better it is that you're going to take advantage of the SEO opportunity and rank higher when someone's searching. Don't forget, social media platforms are now search engines. So if somebody goes to YouTube, right, and they're going to go and they're going to search for homes for sale or hiking or something in Irvine or SoCal, wherever it may be, they're going to see that. And if you haven't joined on one of our video trainings before, let me just give you this example real quick. If I come in here and I type homes for sale in Irvine, right? It's a search engine. If I put that in, second largest search engine in the world, people are coming here to search for homes, different hiking, schools, property taxes, everything in that market. Think about it. You go and book a vacation, you want to research more, right? So you can go to YouTube and do that. The same thing for Instagram, Facebook. Someone goes to Instagram, they can search homes for sale in Irvine, or best coffee shop in Irvine, or real estate in Irvine, wherever it may be, right? All those different searches or terms or keywords people are searching for. So the bulkier, the more bulk in that caption and in those keywords are super important. And what I mean by caption is when you go and you post a photo and then the verbiage that you're typing, that's what I mean. Bulk that up more so there's more valuable content in there. And I'll give you an example. One website that I love, and we've all heard of this probably, is Keeping Current Matters, right? They have a lot of great articles. You can always do a free trial. You don't have to sign up to take a look at their real estate blog on their site, but they have a lot of really good information on here. So like, and they post all the time. So you can really stay relevant with some of this. But some of the items that you can take a look at that maybe are super national level, maybe it's just like national news or something, but maybe like this article here, why the economy won't take in the housing market, are the top 3 housing market questions in your mind, whatever it might be. Good articles that you don't have to rewrite or reinvent the wheel. So if I clicked on this article, and I'm already logged into ChatGPT, okay? Once you get logged in, it looks something like this. And I can just simply come over here, if I close out of all their ads, and I can click and highlight. Maybe, come on, get over there. This entire article, don't worry about the images, all that stuff, that's okay. Going all the way down to the bottom line to the end, okay? And I'm just gonna right click and copy. Right click, copy. And I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna simply tell it, and hopefully you guys can see this down here. And I'm just gonna say, give me the main points someone should learn from this article. Oops, I'm gonna do that, space, I'm pasting in that what I just copied, okay? And then I'm gonna hit enter or go, and now it's gonna go through, and it's gonna give me these points, okay? It bullets it. It gives you the most important information within that article. We'll give it a second to generate this. I'm gonna check the chat box. Kimberly, hello, hello. All right, so it's going through and it's adding these bullet points. This is what I mean by bulk here, right? We're lucky if when we put in a post that we put in this much content or verbiage, okay? This is a lot more powerful because all these different terms are searchable. There's a lot more content there for the algorithms to be able to rank you higher. So if someone's talking about foreclosures or housing or economists or recession, whatever it is, right? We're basically summarizing that article into, let's see how many points it's going to do. 6, okay? It's going to do 6. Now, you don't have to post everything within here. You can just post a little snippet. But the bold parts are great areas to be your headline. Maybe this is one post, right? Maybe you do a series, or maybe you do a carousel post. We know what a carousel post is. It's multiple images and they can swipe to see them. And maybe this is the headline on that post, and below it, real big and bold, and just below it, it's this content here. Just remember, like what I said earlier, make sure you guys give credit to where you are pulling this information. Okay, so credit to Keeping Current Matters, or you can tag them. Information provided by Keeping Current Matters. You absolutely want to make sure, okay, because you don't want to get in a copyright situation. But as long as you're giving credit, you are going to be okay. But this article that we just took this from, right, all these points in here simply just gave us some nice bullet points, and we can copy and rewrite this or make it your own, or it's just a great starting point for you to be able to start posting more content, bulkier content, so that you can rank higher. Just please, again, in 2024, as you're creating content, you're developing your marketing plan or your social media plan, just make it a priority that you are going to post more content within that caption, so that you are giving the algorithm and the reader more information. Again, this would be a great post as well for your Google business profile. Your Google business profile allows you to create posts just like social media. So don't create new content for each platform. Create one piece of content and share it to all your platforms, okay, including your Google business profile. I can't stress that enough of how much traffic that is getting, even more than your website now. So you want to make sure you're adding content there. Okay, so again, you can go to a site like this that has relative content. You just click into an article that you find interesting or is relevant to your market. Maybe you guys have local real estate news pieces there. Like here in Arizona, we have AZ Big Media that always posts things about new businesses moving here, or real estate news, or the largest real estate transaction in history for Arizona, or whatever it may be, right? Or there's a new theme park happening, or whatever it may be. It doesn't always have to be real estate related. It could just be local to your market, and you copy that article, all of it. You saw me copy the images and everything in here, and then you paste that within ChatGPT. And I simply just asked it, if we scroll back up here, give me the main point someone should learn from this article, and then I pasted the article, and it summarized it for me. You could say summarize this article in 5 points or in 7 points, or bullet point the main pieces within this article, right? However you want to tell it to do it, but then what it'll do is it will go through and clean it up very nicely for you, and then you can have this as your content. So again, we've done a class on content marketing. I think it was last month or the month before for 2024. It's absolutely imperative, whether it's static content like this, and when I mean static, I mean non-video, or it could be video. Okay, we've talked about video so many times now, but it is so important, and the agents that are leveraging video are seeing a lot more traffic and engagement, and they're actually getting clients from it. So keep that in mind. You can use this to generate new content or fresh content for yourself. Just make sure you are giving credit, whether you're putting that in text on a little social media post in the corner, or you're actually tagging them in the caption area of that post. Any questions on that portion? That was a lot of info. Hopefully you find value in that. You can leverage that, try it out for yourself. Again, maybe you're creating a blog post for your website through ChatGPT, and then you're now going to create a micro blog for your captions in your social media. That's a good way to think about micro blogs. Okay, it doesn't even have to be this big. It could be, this is the main bullet point, or this is the main bold part, and then it's just one or two pieces below it or something like that, okay? All right, let's talk about Canva and the upgraded Magic Studio. So a few months ago, Canva, of course, has been on the leading edge of everything AI. When ChatGPT came out and all these other platforms, Canva really has stepped up and been a leader in providing this for us. With that, I will say it's going to be pretty amazing in the future. It's already pretty amazing, but just know that when anything new is released, there's always a few hiccups and things that will be tweaked. But once you guys see this, you're just gonna realize how powerful this is gonna be for you at your fingertips as we continue to develop down this path of AI and just making those tasks that are very time consuming a lot easier. You don't need Photoshop skills. It's pretty phenomenal because some of these tools took a long time to learn within Photoshop, like swapping out uh, images or pulling certain graphics from images and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to take a look at. So the first one that we're going to look at in Magic Studio is Magic Grab. Okay, it's something called Magic Grab. And just so you know, Magic Studio is available in both the free and pro version. Just know the free version is highly limited. So I do recommend upgrading to pro in Canva. You don't have to, but if you're going to leverage some of these features, there are actually some really, really good features in here that it's worth $12, $13 a month. Or if you pay for the year, I think you get a month free. It's like 112 or 100, something like that on there. So you can take a look at the pricing. But in my opinion, it is definitely worth it. You can have custom branding, you can upload logos, you can use the background image remover and a lot of the other Magic Studio options in here that otherwise would be very limited in the free version. So we're going to start with something called Magic Grab, which ultimately pulls an element or something out of an image for you to be able to use. So in the upper right corner, I'm going to click Create a Design. And for this, I'm just going to do Instagram posts for this one. Because we're really not creating a post, I'm just showing you guys the tools within here. So after I do that, on the left-hand side, you have all of these options on the left bar. If you scroll down, you have access to photos, which is basically a ton of stock images that you can use. Just know that the pro version has a lot more that you can use. And anything with the crown or that says pro, you would have to upgrade. Otherwise, it will have a watermark over it. So for instance, if I just typed in for sell sign, the reason I want to show you guys Magic Grab is because you can pull certain elements out of here and use them, like this for sale sign. So for example, if you have a beautiful for sale sign sitting in a yard right now, and you would like to use that your personal for sale sign on maybe your postcards or flyers or your background images or banners on your social media, it's kind of cool because it's like it's just floating there, just like this one is, but it would be like on your branding and all that, and it's all branded to you. So for instance, if I click this and it's going to put it over here, and let's say this is a photo of our actual listing. So let's say you uploaded it. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to scroll back up. There's something called uploads. You would click that and then simply just upload that from your computer, right? So let's say this is a new photo that you took or you on your phone even or wherever it may be of your for sale sign in front of one of your listings. And then you upload it here and you put it into a canvas. It doesn't really matter what size. You just pop it in there. And then with the image selected, I'm going to click Edit Photo. Okay, hopefully we all see that there. And you can see there's a lot of new items within this Magic Studio, which we're basically just going to talk about these four here. Okay, but we want to grab this for sale sign out of here. Look how easy it is. I'm going to click Magic Grab, and it's already pulled it out. I can now move this, or I can move it off of the image. You can see it took a little bit of the house up there, which we can always go in and re-edit. But now if I click this image and I delete that, I now have this for sale sign. So what if I'm creating a social media post and now I have my for sale sign on there, or a postcard, or a flyer, or a background image, or let's say I was gonna do, this was a photo, whoops, and let me bring this to the front. I'm going to click this one to bring it to the front, guys. If you don't know, I'm going to click position. With this one selected, you know it's selected because you have the purple box. And I'm going to say to the front, and then I could take that background back. Okay. So again, obviously you probably won't put it in the kitchen, but you can see that you can now overlay this on basically anything in there. If I go back to photos, let's see if there's another example. I mean, even let's just say this one with the soul, right? Again, the image is selected. I'm going to go to edit image. I'm going to click Magic Grab. and it's going to remove that out of there, okay? I can delete that background, and then bam, it can put that anywhere. Pretty cool, right? Do we think that that could be valuable? I mean, it can be also, again, you're pulling that out, but maybe you're grabbing some other branding out of an image, or for instance, maybe you're looking for a specific, I don't know, we were doing a coffee post earlier about a coffee shop. So if I go to images or photos, I'm already there, and I type in coffee, whoops, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Let's say this one. Let's say I want this coffee cup, right? I can click edit image, do magic grab. And isn't that fun? Like, you guys, people went to school to learn this in Photoshop. It's pretty crazy. So it just pulls out that piece in there. Maybe it's you in a specific photo, a group photo, and you're just pulling yourself out of that photo. Or for instance, let me see if I've got an uploads. I haven't done this yet, but why not? We're live. Let's test the waters. We're going to use this one in a little bit. Well, I wonder if it'll just pull one of them out. Maybe you're in a photo with a group or a team or something. You just want to pull yours. Let's just see if it would pull one of them out. Did it? Oh, it pulled them both out. Interesting. Okay, so I bet you if I would have moved this over right in that line, I mean, how cool is that? A little bit better than the background image remover. So if I go back, because now I'm curious, I'm going to do this. I wonder if I cropped this and I just did edit on the one I want, if it just pulls that one out. Nope, it's going to pull them both out, okay? So you might have to actually crop the image before uploading it, if that makes sense. So before I actually get it in there, I'm going to crop the left side out in there. But how cool is that, right? It pulls them out of that image. Again, you can pull things out of your own listings, your for sale sign. You know, it could be maybe headshots or anything like that. You can pull all that information from there. Let me check the chat box. Pretty cool, guys. Pretty cool. Okay. Again, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Just because it'd be amazing to have your own for sale signs or open house signs or something like in your post, or any type of marketing that you guys are creating would be pretty cool with that. So that's Magic Grab. Again, how do you do that? Well, you simply just go into create a post from Canva. Here we go. I can just create an Instagram story post or whatever it may be. Once you're in there, you're going to add the actual image that you want to pull something out of. So I'm trying to see if there's another example. But you guys saw the examples that I did here. So then you would just go to photos, whether it's one that you uploaded or one that you're just going to add in here. Let's see if it does this one. There's kind of a lot of elements in there. And then you would click edit photo, magic grab, and let's see what it pulls out. Okay, it pulled out this one here. Would it pull out that one up there, but we can crop that so you don't see that portion, delete that. You see some of it might not look as great or does different pieces, but on the previous examples, you guys saw how pretty legit that was. Okay, any questions on Magic Grab? We feel like that's useful, right? We can actually use that in some of our posts. The other one is Magic Media. This is the one that's pretty cool. And you could do text to image and text to video. Now, it used to just be called text to image, but now they've added text to video, and they're just going to call it Magic Media is what they are. And how do you get there? Well, mine's already showing here on the left-hand side, but if I didn't click there through apps on the left-hand side, that's where I can go. And up here, I can type in Magic. Magic Media is going to pop up. I'm going to click Magic Media here. And it has two options over here on the left-hand side. So we have images and video. Now, these are all AI generated, just so you guys know. Yes, it does go through and search through the internet and find relative photos, but then it generates its own version or its own basically AI photo. So for instance, if I did for images, if I did Irvine real estate for sale. I haven't done Irvine yet, so let's see what pops up. It does take a minute. You have your little bar here, but it's going through and it's going to put together 4 options for us, and we can always regenerate it. So if you guys are wanting more unique photos or content or anything like that, you can see it kind of just mesh that together. Again, these are all AI generated. So if I wanted this as a background, I can simply just do that, click it, and it goes over, or I can drag and add it that way as well. On some of these, this one looks pretty good. On some of these, it may look a little too painty, if you know what I mean, like because it's AI generated in there. You could even do things like this: pink house in Orange County. Now, obviously, if you had more feminine branding or those color tones or something, I just want you guys to see some of these examples of what you can post on there. See how it just generates that? Kind of cool, right? So now we have the pink house. So if there was something you needed, again, these are just examples, but female real estate agent at a listing in Orange County. Again, I've never typed this, so let's just see what. I'm just trying to be a little bit more specific. So you got the space bar down here, and then we'll jump over to video so you can see that. There it is. So again, obviously you'd probably want to promote yourself in there, but you can see it will put together, any content. Now, if you wanted to use one of these, all you do is click it, and it's going to push it over there. Or you can click and drag. If I click this and drag it over, it will add it all the way to the background. Now, say I love this kitchen, and I wanted maybe that to be removed. I wonder if I do edit photo and do magic grab, if it will pull the agent out. It does, and look at the background. Okay, obviously that would be covered, so it goes through, and one of the things that we're going to look at is magic edit, and it redoes the background there. It looks like it may step down a little there for what it is, but you can see that I can now just delete that and just have the image back there. But basically, you can tell it whatever it wants, and it will generate what it thinks should be in that image. And you can always have it regenerate again if it's not something that's super relevant. The other version is video. Now, this is super new, so they're going to be very short, but it's still a great opportunity. So here I could put Orange County real estate. Again, we're being very general. So we're going to be able to spell orange. Generate. This is a great thing if you need just more media content. Obviously, going to Google and just pulling images is not good. You should not be doing that. And if you're not just finding what you need in a stock image, you can simply come to Magic Media and just try to create it. Again, it's very new. There's a lot of development still going to happen. But I would say that within the next 6 months, this is going to be very fine-tuned to where you'll be able to create a lot more content, especially that video content. Video obviously takes a lot longer because it's actually putting these pieces together. So just take a little bit longer here for that. And then we're going to dive into Magic Edit, where we can actually change, like say we're wearing just a t-shirt, but we want to put a black blazer on or a suit jacket or something. You can absolutely swap that out. So we'll take a look at that here in a second. It's almost there. Come on. You can do it. So you can see videos obviously take a lot longer. There's a lot more in depth. Come on. It's so close. I'll delete that way that's doing it. All right, we might come back to the video part, but I want you guys to see this. There it goes. Okay, so here's a video. I can just pull it over there. Again, super short, but it will just loop if you wanted it to. And again, you can, whatever type of content, all you have to do is put in here what you are looking for, and it will compute and basically design something like that. Again, you can always generate again, or you can go back and change what you want to put in here and be more specific in here. So maybe it's, I'm not gonna do the video again because it took so long, but maybe it's a house with a entertainer's dream backyard, or pool backyard, or kitchen, gourmet kitchen, something like that, or just, uh, beaches in Southern California, or something spanning that would be relevant to that content. But if you're not finding that, or you don't want to pay a lot of money for a certain stock image or video websites like Adobe Stock, you can simply just come into your Canva and under Magic Media, create your own video content here to be generated. That's what's kind of insane and amazing about Canva, is it's taking all of these platforms and it's an all-in-one, basically, right? It's taking all of these advancements in technology and putting it all into one platform at your fingertips. So again, I do recommend upgrading to the Pro if you haven't. It's not required, but there are a lot of benefits in there that would help you. All right, next one is Magic Edit. So let's take a look at that. So I'm going to delete this video. How did we get the Magic Media real quick, so for those that may have jumped on, or you just want me to show you again? So on the left-hand side, you have all your options. One of your options is apps. When you click apps, you'll be able to search. So let's pretend Magic Media wasn't in there. So it'll show history and stuff of what you've already been in, or different ones that are popular. But up here, if you just type in Magic Media or just Magic, it's going to pop up. You click Magic Media. It's this first one here. It looks purple. And then this is where you can go and generate those. You scroll down and you can type in whatever you want, like Blue House in Phoenix, Arizona. Again, I don't know why somebody would want that, but I'm just showing you guys specific. It will actually create what you want. All right, and then after that, we are going to jump into Magic Edit. This is going to be great for different headshots, or maybe you can stage an empty room. Okay, kind of cool. Kind of cool. All right, let's cancel that. Okay, so Magic Edit, which is going to be in that same photo edit option. I'm going to go down and I'm going to find just a headshot. So I'm going to click on photos on the left-hand side. Remember, this is your like stock images in Canva. Okay, so these are all pretty professional. Let's just try this one. So if I click into this one, and let's say I wanted to add a suit jacket to him, okay? It's selected because it's got the purple line. If I click Edit Photo, and now we see Magic Edit, okay? We just did this one. Now we're going to be on Magic Edit. So if I click that, it's going to ask you for a brush size, okay? We're going to highlight, does not have to be perfect, but we're going to highlight what we want to be changed in the photo. So if you wanted to make your brush size larger, you can here. Now notice when I click and start going, it turns purple. Okay. I'm going to go back on that one because I didn't want to make it that big, but I'm just showing you guys you can do that. Or you can select the whole image, which typically you're probably not going to want to do. But let me come in here and I'm going to highlight this shirt. It's okay if it's not super perfect. We will see what it spits out at us. So highlight that, and then we can go in and fill the rest. So this is the portion that's selected that we want to change. Now we're going to continue, and it's going to ask us to step 2, describe your edit. Add a black blazer, black suit jacket to this headshot. Okay, and I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to click generate, and we are just going to see what happens. It was working beautifully earlier, so we will see how it acts in a live setting. Because that's always fun. Technology loves to play with this. All right, so it's going through. Okay, not great. That one does not look great. So let me go back. Oh, we have some other options, but still not great, right? So let me go back It could be the image because it's not fully, there's not a lot there. Here, let's try this one. I did this one earlier. Again, the photo is selected, edit photo, magic edit. We're in here and I'll leave some of the hair, get her here. Again, this could work for headshots. This could, I'll show you guys, maybe you're going to change remove some items from a listing photo. You know how you can have that done professionally? Well, if you have a Canva account, you can do it yourself. Now those garages, right? We never post those garages because that's where they store everything. All right, so I'm gonna go through, can I edit all this? Just get that little piece up there. Okay, continue. And maybe this one I'm just gonna say woman headshot with let's do black t-shirt. I don't know. Let's see what that says. I was gonna go with suit jacket, but let's see what this generates. I just want you guys to see like how it's swapping out. So again, people went to school for this to do this in Photoshop, and now we can easily do it in Canva. And like I said, in the next 6 months, this is going to be so fine-tuned that it's going to be unbelievable what you can do. Remember, AI is still very, very new for the public. It's been around for a while, but for us and in leveraging it in tools, still very, very new. But as you know, we advance at an enormous rate. It's crazy where technology has gone. Okay, so now we have some options. I don't know why they added a bag to that, but some t-shirts and here that you can see. Okay, so let's do another example. So if I come into here and I type in kitchen, let's say there's something in that image that needs to be removed. Let's do, trying to find a good example. I mean, this might be a good example. Say you want to remove this item in a kitchen, and that's not very a good example. Let's do this one. Let's say this was a dead plant, okay? Just humor me. If I click edit photo, magic edit, I can come in here and highlight this plant. In here. It doesn't have to be super perfect. And almost there. So funny because I left my mouse at a office last week, and so I'm just using my keyboard on my laptop, and it takes me a little bit longer. Okay, subscribe to Ed. I'm going to say remove plant from photo. Generate. Let's see what this does. Gone. Okay, so again, this might be a great option. Obviously, you're not going to want to do this. It's still, a little funky on that one. If there's some little things in here that you still need to edit, you can just go back in and highlight it again, brush over the area, and remove any additional spots in there. But again, as this improves, you're going to see how powerful this is. And if you have a client that has, a clutter all over the counter, but maybe they don't have time to clean it up or anything, or just something, you notice something after you got those professional photos back, you're like, oh gosh, I wish I would have saw that or something. You can simply, without having to go and have someone do it for you or pay for it, come in here and drop it in and then have it removed or added. So for example, obviously we would change the flooring in a listing, but if there's something on the wall or up here, you wanted to remove these, again, these are just examples, but once you get your professional photos back, and if there's something that you needed to remove, you can absolutely do that as well. Okay. One of the last ones we're going to talk about in the Magic Studio is Magic Expand. Okay, this is another one that I did a lot in Photoshop for clients. I'm going to delete that there. And the example would be, say you have an image and you just need to make it fill the entire space. And let me close out of this so I can give you guys a good example. So for this, I'm going to go to Instagram story, which is more of a vertical. And when I go there, I already have something uploaded. We used it earlier. Under my uploads, I'm going to find the image. It was the two guys. Here it is. Now, when I add this, say I wanted to expand this up, right? It starts to just not be great. Okay, it's kind of hard. It doesn't fill the whole thing, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so say we just wanted to keep this portion, right? And then just expand more vertical so that it can fit perfectly within this more of a vertical post or story post. So with this selected, I'm going to go up to edit photo and I'm going to do magic expand. And it's going to ask you for what size. Is it the whole page? Is it 16 by 9? Whatever it may be, 9 by 16. But we want to fill the whole page. So if I click magic expand, it's going to go in and add, or basically just add additional background. Okay, so again, this portion may not be accurate or look correctly. So actually what I did earlier, so let's go back out of this. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to add this photo. I'm going to do edit photo, magic edit. Whoops. I didn't do that. All right, let's start over. Instagram story. I'm going to add that photo. With it selected, edit photo, magic edit. And I'm actually going to not magic expand. I'm going to go to 9 by 16. It did a more beautiful job on this, okay, because it didn't have to fill so much space, but it expanded perfectly. So I'm going to do magic expand. It's going to fill the top and bottom. Notice at least the one that we did earlier actually added their feet, which looked pretty realistic. It was pretty phenomenal. Yeah, Paula, some of them are just for the paid version. So again, you might want to do it. But look at this. So in the original photo, it did not have their feet or legs, but then it added in there and it looks pretty natural. So now if I go down, I'm just going to click done, right? You can go through the 3 that you want, but I'm going to click done and say I expand this up because it fits perfectly now, right? Shows their feet. I mean, look at this. It's pretty cool. Looks pretty legit. You wouldn't even notice it. And it just expanded that area. So maybe you have a photo of a home and you wanted to expand the sky, or you wanted to, whatever it may be, a land or whatever, and you need to expand it out. You can absolutely do that with it as well. And again, you just have to play around with it. Obviously, this is all still very, very new. But one thing with Canva is they are on like lightning speed of innovation and just, improving AI technology and just incorporating it into the platform. So I really, really anticipate the next 6 months this be very fine-tuned to work beautifully. Again, people went to school for many years for this, lots of experience to do this stuff in Photoshop, and now we have it at our fingertips in here. But everything within Magic Studio, there's something in here that could benefit you in your business. Again, we talked about the magic grab. So if you needed to pull your for sale sign out so that you can then have that piece, marketing piece, to add to your social posts, your flyers, postcards, anything like that, it's a great tool for that. Magic Media, remember, you can go in and text to image or text to video, just like what we did for like homes in Irvine or videos, all that kind of stuff. Magic Edit, where you can go in and remove that plant, say it was a dead plant or certain things in there. You can go in and even change certain things in a headshot or anything like that. And then of course the Magic Expand that we just talked about, you can go in and add additional pieces to the background to fit a certain area, or if there's just not enough sky in the video, in the photo or something, you can absolutely add that in there as well. I highly, highly recommend come in here, take a look at Magic Studio, see all the different elements in there. There's so many other things in there that we'll just keep adding I think we're due at least one Canva class a month within our schedule, because there's so much in here that continuously is being added or updated. So there's a lot more within Magic Studio that we could do, but I highly recommend you come in here and take a look. They can even create you a listing presentation through Magic Design. A lot of really cool stuff in here that you can take advantage of. Again, like remove images or edit colors. So if you wanted to change the color of your shirt, you can absolutely do that. Let's try that one here as the last example. I go back home, create design. Let's do a post, right? Because those blazers and jackets weren't working so well. So let's see if we can do something else. Headshot. Let's say it was just a bad color. How funny, these are all actual headshots in there. Oh, those are on the uploads. Okay, photos. Headshot. Let's say we are gonna change his shirt color. So I can click edit photo, magic edit. With this selected, I'm gonna go in. Again, it doesn't have to be super perfect, but I usually like doing the outlines first and then filling it in. It's going very slow because I'm using my mouse pad. I'm just used to an actual mouse. Okay, then we can fill all this in. Just one last curiosity, see if this will work. All right, continue to describe your edit. Change shirt color to, I don't know, let's do red, just to see. Scroll down. Oh, look, right, change color to green. Let's do green. Generate. Green is money, and we're looking for success in 2024, right? Let's see how it does. So it always gives you 4 options over here if it can, but you can always regenerate. There it is, green shirt. Pretty crazy, right? So you could do red, right? So if you wanted to change, maybe it was just a top or something, I don't know. But you guys can see how pretty phenomenal and how quick that is to be able to make those changes in there. So a lot of really cool stuff. Hopefully you guys took something away from today and be able to use one piece of this or just explore, right? It's always good learning of what you have at your fingertips or what you can actually use because maybe it's a weekend and you needed to remove something from a photo real quick because you were going live, or you need something back quicker than what a vendor could get it to you simply. So you have this at your fingertips. You can definitely leverage it. And don't forget in the beginning when we talked about leveraging and repurposing content that's already out there that's very relevant. Just make sure you guys are giving credit for sourcing where you actually got that information. So if you jumped on afterwards, we just went to Keeping Current Matters, went to their real estate blog, pulled a relevant blog, copied the entire blog, pasted it into ChatGPT with this verbiage, give me the main points someone should learn from this article, and then I pasted the article and it gave me those main points. So as you guys are preparing for the new year, talking about your marketing plan, your social media plan, all of that stuff for 2024, please, please, please make it a priority to create more content and just bulk it up more, right? Don't just post one line to check the box. Be intentional. We don't have a storefront necessarily. Our storefront is the internet. Our clients, our prospects are all going to the internet. So you want to make sure that you are posting good, relevant content that will keep them hooked into your digital ecosystem. The longer they're there, the more likely they're to work with you because they are not going to want to go and do all new research or re-explain themselves or anything like that. And the more content that you're posting, the more active you look like you are, and the more value that they're going to get out of that expanded content piece, just not some emojis and a little like, okay? So please, please, please expand on that. Otherwise, if there's any questions, Fong asks, do I need ChatGPT Plus and pay for Canva plugin? You do need, for any of the plugins in here, I know we didn't really talk about the plugins today, and we might add that into January. But you do need the ChatGPT Plus or the paid version to use any of these plugins. Okay. And like the Canva one. And there's tons of plugins in the store. Lots of different things that you can connect with to be able to use ChatGPT and kind of streamline and just automate your marketing and just make it a lot simpler. But the short answer is yes, you need ChatGPT Plus, the $20 a month version, to use any of the plugins within ChatGPT. But to do what we just did, free version. To do what we just did with that article, free version. You do not need to have the paid version. Good question. Justin, I'm trying to log in Canva. I keep getting this message, signing in with Google didn't work that time. Try another way. So it may not, it's some reason it's not connecting to your Google account. If you already have a Canva account, I would click just log in with that unless you originally logged in with Google. Otherwise, you would have to create a login. For example, if I log out, it's always going to ask you either continue with your email, which is what I do, or it will say, oops, it's not what I wanted. Continue another way, and it will ask you if you wanted to automatically sign in. So what happens when you guys do this is it will just connect through your Gmail account or connect through your Facebook account. It is not necessarily tied to an email. It's just that's what you have to log in with through those credentials. You could be able to do that. Otherwise, I would just recommend continue with email, and then that's how you can sign up if you haven't already. Awesome, guys. We really, really appreciate you. I hope you got one piece, something out of today that you can implement into your business or just try something new. We will be back, I believe, is it next week? Let me check the calendar. Is it at the 11th? It is 11th. Okay, we got one more before the end of the year, and that one is Google Business Profile Ads Masterclass. So again, we're talking a little bit more about the Google Business Profiles, but really how you can rank higher with those. Very, very powerful platform, and the platform itself is free, so definitely want to take advantage of that. Otherwise, we will see you guys in escrow. We really, really appreciate you. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Have a great week.
Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Yasmin.